Kia ora. Welcome to our podcast in Aotearoa. My name is Catherine. My pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Victoria.
And the podcast is called Neat and Not by the Sea. And we are well rehearsed. So we said we would change it to Thursday, but we're not changing it to Thursday. We're doing Tuesdays, so that we both don't get exhausted from all the activities that we do. We hope you've had a good fortnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots has happened.
Yeah, it seems to have been, it's only been 10 days since our last video, but a lot seems to have happened between then and now.
So the biggest thing that has happened is that we did a Zoom call.
We did do our Zoom call.
Yeah.
Good on those people who were organised and came and joined us. We had a great time.
Yeah, we had, was it 5 people altogether?
5 or 6.
So we had
5
people from Australia, someone from the USA. We're not giving names out because we didn't ask, and so people might be like, oh. So no names, but a rock star came on at midnight from America. We were like, whoa, sleep's way more important.
Yeah.
But it was great to have her join us.
Yeah.
And then we had someone from the UK, so that made me all like gushy and homesick.
New Zealander?
And a New Zealander. So it was a lovely little group of 5 people and us. We did it together because we were a bit nervous. We were a little bit apprehensive.
We were, because we haven't participated in anything like that before, so.
Yeah.
But it worked really well.
It worked really well. Yeah, it was really good fun. It was supposed to be for an hour, but it went on for almost 2 hours. It's not just over 2 hours, something like that. It was good fun. I was kind of a bit hoarse at the end of it. And it was just so lovely to have the to and fro, wasn't it?
It was, very nice, because you don't get that doing the videos in here, the to and fro from you and I.
Yeah.
But not with a third party, so it was really nice.
So it was really nice. We had some laughs. Yeah, it was great. So hopefully we will do it again. We did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because we were a bit nervous and because we had announced it, we did a really quick turnaround. So we filmed on Thursday, we did it on Saturday. So there were a few people that had hoped to come and join us, but of course they couldn't. And of course, people get ill and things happen. So that was okay.
Yeah.
We did it. We were happy to have done it.
Yeah.
It was fun. And of course, then we were buzzing. So Victoria stayed for another 20 minutes and we were both like, okay, we're falling asleep. So I was like, Victoria, go home. I'll go to bed. So it was good fun. And then we also got ourselves organised with our giveaway. We've bought all the bits and bobs that we wanted to buy.
We have.
Oh, a funny thing happened. Can I tell?
I can't remember what the funny thing was, so yes, go ahead.
Oh, so we let Kathleen, sorry Kathleen, I'm telling on you.
Oh, that, yes.
We told Kathleen to get in touch with us via Instagram, and she did. And then she video called me by accident on Instagram, and of course I answered, but I was in bed. And I was like, switch off camera. It was funny. So it was lovely. So I actually got a glimpse of her as well, which was fun. So we're all organised, apart from I kept getting ill with this. I suffer from allergies, and sometimes it's quite bad. So I had malaise again, so I couldn't get myself organised to do my part of things. So we haven't posted it yet. We're hoping to post it tomorrow. And in case you're wondering, I did a rat test today, and I don't have COVID, so we're good to be here filming. So that was good fun. And another exciting thing happened. I don't know if you want to talk about.
What am I not talking about? Oh, it was my birthday last week. Since you brought it up.
Do you mind talking about it? It's a bit late.
No, it's fine. I turned old. That's the
excuse me. Finally, mature woman.
It was great. No, it was good. What did I do? So on the actual day, I caught up with a friend who I normally do. I walk with every week, so caught up with her. Went out for tea, and we did an escape room, which was a lot of fun. And then with my family in the weekend, we did another escape room because the kids hadn't done one before.
That's kind of the fashion at the moment in your life, isn't it?
It is. It was a lot of fun. The kids had a great time doing it.
My ideal hell.
I know.
I had to do one when I was studying. They made us do a bonding thing. But you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, and my niece and nephew enjoyed it. They want to do another one, so we'll do more, no doubt.
And you're nice like that. You're like, oh, they had a lovely time, so of course I'll do it again. I'm like, no.
We went out for lunch, and then we spent the afternoon up at Larnax Castle, which is a tourist attraction on the Otago Peninsula, which is an old castle.
It's not a castle.
Not a castle, it's
Let's
a big
get real.
house.
It's a big house with turrets.
Yeah, but
do
a
they
beautiful
even
garden.
have turrets? I don't think. Very beautiful garden, totally worth it for the gardens.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're trying to look, if you want to look at a beautiful house, go to Ulverston.
Yes, yeah, but no, the gardens were lovely.
Nice. You had been planning that for
We
a
had
bit, hadn't you?
Mum had been wanting to go for ages in the spring, so instead we've gone at the end of summer.
Autumn.
But
to look at the seed heads.
because it's COVID, they're doing a special where if you're local, you can buy the admission ticket and then change it for a season pass. So for the price of a normal ticket, we've got a whole year access to it. So
Oh, have you? They're hoping that you're going to have tea in the tea rooms.
yes, which we did.
Yeah. Well, we went to Orokonui for the same reason. So Orokonui is the eco sanctuary here. So it's got high fences all around, so it doesn't have any rodents or any predators. And so it's supposed to like encourage the bird population and whatnot. So I got given some free tickets. And of course these places really suffered during the lockdowns in 2020 and kind of went downhill after that. So we finally got around to using our free tickets. We went for a lovely walk. Sorry, that was my fault. But then after that we went for a coffee and a croissant.
Nice.
To support the local business, local organisations. So
Yeah, I had scone, jams and cream. It was great.
you see,
Mum did, and I had some strawberries.
I asked for a croissant with jam and butter, and I was looking at the butter and it was very suspect. And then Martin says, because it's not butter, it's double cream.
Oh.
I thought it was maybe like artisan butter, bit rustic. No, Martin thought it was double cream, so that's not what I ordered. But it was quite nice.
What else have we been up to?
Well, I've kind of been poorly.
You have
That's
been
really-
Yeah, it's been sort of. I think I've had a virus.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I went to Waikouaiti for the weekend, and we're trying to do 5K walks when we go to Waikouaiti because it's easier because Martin walks a lot, so I can tag along. And I walked through a pine forest, and I think massive predator pollen clearly, and by the time we were coming home, I had a massive headache, and I just had lunch and I went to sleep with all the tablets in the world.
Yeah.
So kind of the weekend was a write-off, which is a shame, but such is life.
Yeah. I had a very tra-la-la-ry weekend. It was great. It was my birthday and I did some sewing.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
It was great. I had a great weekend.
So I think, was that it?
Yeah, that's about it, I think, for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure something exciting happened, but who knows? It further away than yesterday. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. Should we crack on?
Okay. Yeah. So Victoria, do you have any finished objects?
No finished objects.
Do you have any fully finished objects?
Oh my goodness, I have some fully finished objects.
One. Okay.
I wanted to have 3, but I didn't. So, some of you may remember that, when did I start this one? Oh, look, open on the right page. It's my book. I started this on the 29th of August last year, and it is the Owl Forest Embroidery pumpkin carriage, and I believe it's a free pattern, but I bought the Owl Forest threads to do it in. And I finished it, and I turned it into a little pincushion.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I'm going to call it a pin keep because that seems to be what the American books call them, and I think it's really cute. So this was really cute. It's 1/1 on 28 count. It is stitched on vintage country mocha with the Owl Forest Embroidery called for threads, which is just over dyed DMC, I think, and super cute.
Show the back. So you hand stitched it all,
I
didn't
did
you?
hand stitch it all. I'm going to show it. I hand stitched it all, and then I, when I was looking through my box of fabric, I found all the bitty ends and things from different projects, so that's what I've stuffed it with. But I've got a bit of dark. I didn't pay much attention. I've got a big bit of dark cotton behind there.
It's a metaphor for life.
It is. You can always check. But no, I hand stitched that all and put it together.
Grand.
I'm
I
pretty
love
pleased.
the colour of your fabric. Can you remember what it is?
Yes, it's country mocha.
Oh, you did say that.
I did just say
No,
it.
I just found out country mocha is a printed fabric.
Yes. So one side looks brown and the other side is motley.
I'm onto it.
But I'm super cute. I'm not super cute. Super
You are
pleased.
super cute.
And I think it's very cute. And I was showing my mum and she's like, oh, pincushions are so useful. I've got one that I have on the side and I put all the pins that I find. I'm like, I'm actually going to put pins in this pincushion. This is display.
I was on Pinterest today. I went into the office. You know, you have to amuse yourself somehow between things. And someone had a pincushion on my embroidery thing and they had pins in it.
Did you explain? Was it a pretty one?
It was a pretty one. And I was like, oh,
No.
it's a thing.
No, this is display.
No, I think I'm going to put, just to be contrary. Really.
Well, the pincushion you made me, I put pins in.
Oh, she doesn't think it's pretty enough.
Oh, it is very pretty.
I'm kidding.
But that's my using pincushion.
I'm being funny.
Oh, no, I'm pleased.
I think you could strategically place them.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like 3 pincushions, just so.
Oh, well, I have this big glass dish, which supposedly I'm supposed to put fruit in, but I don't eat fruit. So,
You do.
so I was thinking that I'd put it in my craft room and fill it with pincushions.
Nice. Cool. All right. So great. Do you have any finished objects?
No, but it's your turn.
Yeah, but I don't have any fully finished. So,
no.
And I don't have any finished either.
No.
I'm knitting as I talk, by the way.
whips.
Do I have bad posture? I feel like I'm like this. Do I have bad posture?
No, I think you only feel like you're like that because you've got about 12 layers
sofa.
and it's a bed sofa.
It's your sofa. I'm blaming your sofa, and I do have 12 layers. Okay, so let's get started. So, well, you start. You start with a whip.
Okay. So, part 2 of the Stitching Book Club, The Chronicles of Narnia, came out on, probably 10 days ago now. So that's what part 2. So it's only a 3-part, so presumably this bit is the last section to do. I haven't quite finished it. I have been very headachy in the last 2 weeks, so I haven't done a lot of stitching in the evenings. I've just sort of slept.
Are you doing rat tests?
No.
You know you can order them from the chemist now.
I know, I've got 5 in my bedroom.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Victoria.
It's coming along. So I've got to finish the line across there and then come down. So what I have done is just this bit here.
What does that say? What's the big writing?
Uh,
Not Narnia, the one underneath.
So under it says Peter, Susan, Edmund, and it's going to say Lucy there. And then it says, is it Peasantville? Their surname? Whose last name? I can't pronounce it.
Pevensall?
Pevins. Yeah, that'll be right.
I know nothing about this.
Oh, it's cute. It's a wee fun stitch.
Nice. Okay, so I have been a wee bit of a machine.
As per norm.
Kind of. Although, I got poorly when I was supposed to do my 5, because I have to do 5. So this is And a Forest Grew. So this is a salve that Ella from Spectrum Stitcher and I are doing, and the idea is that you use this pattern, actually any pattern, it doesn't matter, but we're using this pattern, and you embroider with whatever threads you have rather than go out to the shop to buy more threads. And same with fabric, so it's not about the called for, although if you have the called for, of course, use it. And also, we don't really care, do whatever. But our
These are the rules,
hashtag
but
is
just ignore them.
with what you've got. So I am doing, theoretically, I'm doing 5 per week, just to be able to finish it by the end of the year, which is my goal. But I only managed to do, I think, this one, and this one.
Nah, you've done more than 5.
Or maybe that one as well. I was doing this one last night. I think it's just these. No, I think it's that one, and I'm doing this one. And maybe that. I don't know. I've done 4. I haven't quite finished that.
All that is new since I saw it 10 days ago.
No, it.
Yes, it is.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Because yes, that's right. Yeah, 'cause
You
I
had
do,
like a couple of little trees, and the one that you particularly took joy in annoying me with.
I do 5 a week. So if we haven't seen each other for 2 weeks, in effect, yes. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
And the thing about this, let me just put it a bit nearer. The thing about this one, I felt it looked like a robot, on top of which it has an owl inside it. And I'm not doing an owl because it makes me think of Harry Potter, and God forbid I should read a fantasy book. So don't want to.
So what are you going to put in there?
I don't know, I'm thinking about it, that's why it's blank.
What about a lobster?
No. Now you're making me think of that awful cartoon.
What's the awful cartoon with the lobster?
With like SpongeBob.
Oh, there's no lobsters in SpongeBob.
I think there is a lobster. Anyway, what do I know about this? Speaking of, William Hurt died.
I saw.
Nobody at work knew who William Hurt was. It was very sad.
Oh, Children of a Lesser God.
Yeah, that's right. That was iconic.
Yeah,
I was thinking Jane Eyre.
Yeah.
Although there's this awful unfeminist line in it where she says, "Give me my name." I have not changed my surname when I'm married, of course not. So I find that quite... Anyway, yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to put in here. I was trying to think what would be appropriate for me. And everything seemed quite cliched as far as I was concerned.
You
So
could
I don't
still
know.
put a bird in there and just not an owl.
I just haven't decided. So this is going to be a whole feast of changing things as I feel like it. But I'm really enjoying it. And it's really nice to play with the colours. So...
Super cool. I love this tree here.
Yeah, it's funny what
like this
becomes...
one
Like,
too.
I really love this one. Some trees I'm not as fond of, but I haven't come to them yet. See, I think this looks like a beehive, not a tree. And also, it's funny because when I ordered this, it was all about the trees. There's a ton of animals in here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice until
I know.
you stitch some birds. I'm like, they're actually birds. I pulled it up
Yeah.
on screen and zoomed in.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're interested, you can join the Sal. It's good fun. Do I
Excellent.
even have the name of this fabric? I'm not happy with the fabric because they did not pull a thread and this is so wonky. I am unimpressed. And it's an Edinburgh linen, so 36 count natural, raw natural. But unimpressed with the company because wonky.
With the cutting and not with the actual linen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Zweigart base.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah.
But whatever. And also I'm not that irritated, you know. Low level irritated. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. And the way that I'm working it is because even though I'm changing a lot of the colours, well, I'm not changing the colours, I'm just picking willy-nilly. I think it will look more cohesive if I don't have 300 greens, but I have maybe 50 and they get repeated everywhere.
Yeah.
So whenever I use a new green, I put it in here, but I don't pick up a new very often. There's loads in here of all sorts of different colours that you wouldn't have thought were in the pattern. So maybe every 5 motifs I pick up a new green or another colour. And it's the same with it. So the greens and browns, I probably will just have a 50 and then
Are you
rotate
having
them.
a look at the called for and then thinking, oh, they've done that in a yellow or they've done that in a red and looking for a yellow or a red?
Yeah, sometimes. Although sometimes it's like, they'll call something like green grey. I'll be like, whatever. I'm mostly saying whatever.
Sure.
I'm just having fun with that. It's just another way to kind of flex my creative muscles. So I'm really enjoying that.
Excellent.
And it's quite nice to have someone to talk to about. I kind of went a bit monsterish with the whole stitch along thingness because that's not my thing. But then if people watch Patchy Pony Stitcher, she, in her last Flosstube, she was like, Catherine, don't say anything, but look what I bought. And she bought Consider the Lily. So I was like, So then I messaged her straight away and I was like, let's do a sale as soon as mine arrives. Who am I?
You haven't even ordered yours yet. I've been checking every day.
I know, I've been checking every day. And even though I've got like an alert, so they tell me, I check every day just in case the alert didn't work.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we do an order and then we do an order again when it comes in.
I thought about it, but I need to talk to you about that because
Sure.
I've also been thinking about, I don't need to buy all the things I had on my list.
Oh.
I don't need all this stuff.
My list just gets bigger every day, which is my concern.
Yeah, but then I put it into my wish list. But so anyway, I am doing that. I am going to be doing that stitch along with her. And then I'm also doing a knitting knit along. I mean, who am I?
Look at you.
I'm doing 2 knit alongs.
Oh.
2 knit alongs and potentially 2. Who am I? So anyway, I'm like the youth. I'm just
You
a
are
joiner
the youth.
now.
Look at you just...
Yeah. So anyway, that's fun. What about you?
What about you? Okay, so we'll go with the less impressive. Right, so you will all remember
And love.
Miss Bingley's library from Plum Street Sampler. I've made huge progress on this.
You're being ironic.
Yeah. See those 2 white lines under the roof? That was my entire accomplishment for this one.
Well, you know, houses are not built in a day.
They're not built in a day. Oh, no, but I also, the windows are all filled in too. That's what I stitched on our
I can't remember if I filled mine in.
You did?
I did, in the roof, but not in the main area. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was what you did. So, it's still progress.
Well, you know, with the pandemic and all, it's really hard to get a builder, so I'm not surprised you're going slow.
Yeah, or charging on time and materials.
Yeah. What else have I worked on? I have done another line, I think. I get confused with the times. It blurs. But I think I did another line of my...
Oh, yes, that's new.
Yeah, I hope so. So this one is the Mexican sampler from the 19th century, so 18 something. So Cuando se corona un gusto. And as I keep saying, that's something that Yanni Stitcher charted. And she has a Flosstube in English and a Flosstube in Spanish. She's got loads of followers, so you probably have heard of her. But anyway, she did this one. Of course, you know me wanting to have things in Spanish at home. So, as I said before, when I pick it up, I try and do a phrase. So I finished the bottom phrase. And it's got a nice little symbol, which is the arrow. And this one says, y una flecha los sostiene, which means, and an arrow sustains them. Whatever. I am so happy with this. And of course, this means that I've finished one whole block.
Exciting.
Yeah, because it's all in different sections. So I finished all of this, which is in effect four sessions of stitching. I mean, it might take me 2 days, but it's 4 lots and then I move on. So I'm probably going to do this because I quite fancy doing symbols.
Nice.
Yeah. I've realised I get quite bored with writing.
It is. I know doing the Merrily, Merrily We Welcome Spring, where I'm doing like my 4 billionth alphabet.
Yes.
They do get boring.
They do get boring. But anyway, I'm super happy with this. So I think I'm making good progress. And I think this was this was a number 12 Stitch Co. linen, which is called Rain Cloud, and it's a 36 count. And I love this colour. It's like a dirty grey.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it. And of course, it's a Zweigert base as well. People say if it's got that orange selvage, which it does. So I'm very happy with this. I don't make things easier because I try and rotate through all my projects, apart from the one that will be really obvious that I'm not doing. Oh, and I should say, because I'm very proud of my record-keeping skills, which are mostly lacking in every respect. So I do have the number of my blue, which is DMC 312, which I think means I am amazing.
You are amazing. But yes. Just hold that tin open.
Can I just say, oh, yeah.
Hold that tin open.
Yeah.
So while we were stitching,
yeah, keep
while we were
it clean,
shopping
Victoria.
For our price, we got. Well, Catherine already had her itty bitty scissors.
Mine.
I got some orange
I keep
ones.
losing the protector. Oh God,
How
now I'm losing
cute
everything.
They are.
And I alerted you because I'm such a good friend. Anyway, and you got orange ones, which is like double goodness.
Goodness, yeah, I like orange.
Orange is the best. Such a subtle colour.
Oh. What's funny though, I was thinking, what will I attach it to so I don't lose it? And then I thought, I know, I'll put it on a pair of scissors as a scissor keep. And then I thought, that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, but actually I'm looking at this now. I don't think I'd consciously noticed that it had a little round thingy doodah.
Oh, see, I put the round thingy doodah through the hole on the scissors.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, and then you can do that loopy thing with
No, I'm gonna do. No, whatever. I don't think it matters. I don't think there are rules about this. Someone left a message saying they loved my free spirit, but she's a rule follower like Victoria, and I'm thinking, why are there so many so-called rules in cross stitch? It cracks me up. Anyway, there are no rules about this for sure, so it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna think of some design element to attach to that. So anyway, I love this project. I'm very happy with it. I think I might have dropped something, but whatever. Okay, so that's me.
Is that all your cross stitch?
No.
Oh, no, you've just shown one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm behind the times.
She's onto it. She's onto it.
Yeah. I may not have been expecting to do this tonight.
Oh yeah, that's
Do you wanna
right.
say
Yeah. So I was really tired. So I because I haven't been well. Hubby is very tolerating of my slight malaise. So I got home. I'd already cooked. I cooked 2 days ago.
Well done.
I make a big pot of brown food, like, you know, pulses, like a stewy pulses type thing. Martin thinks, now that the kids have left home, Martin thinks cooking is sausages and pizza. So he's either making sausages, which means I get a schnitzel, a vegetarian schnitzel, or it's pizza. And I was moaning because that's hardly a full diet, like a complete diet. And he's like, but with what you cook, it's balanced. Anyway, got home from work. I just got into bed. I was exhausted. And he brought me my brown stew to bed. Anyway. And then I got myself out of bed because it's Tuesday and we film on Tuesday. And I had said to Victoria, I hadn't realized that she was walking after work on Thursdays and then rushing so that we could have filmed on Thursday. So that I could like be needy wife and be with my husband whenever he's home. That was why we were changing the day, so that I didn't have to spend the night without him when he was home. Anyway,
Catherine had said this, but
I got crossed.
Yeah.
So I knock on Victoria's door this evening, and she opens the door and looks at me in that like.
Why are you here? What have I forgotten?
Here? She's wearing her pajamas, of course. And I'm like, did I get the wrong day? Because, you know, it could easily be Monday today, and I have no clue. And I said, have I got the day wrong? Is it Tuesday? She goes, yes. I said, we're filming then. She's like, oh. So anyway. Wearing pajamas.
That's good. So I'm doing that business thing. Well, I'm not even a business thing. I've got a t-shirt on, but I've still got my jammy pants on. Anyway.
That was a boring anecdote.
It was a boring
Sorry.
It was really funny. You had to be there.
Yeah. It was like a mum anecdote.
Oh. So, Barbara Anna Designs, Ellie Quartet. I have made some more progress, and my niece has made some more progress. She,
Blimey.
we were FaceTiming, and I was stitching. It's like, oh, I'm going to get my stitching. And then there were some tantrums, and her mum had to come and help her. But it's all good.
Brilliant.
So I have done that. So just little bits of progress.
Are you going slow because you're kind of waiting, or are you just not that inspired by this one?
I only spent a couple of hours, like an hour on it, and I was FaceTiming Minty at the time, and that was all I did.
Okay.
So no, not going slow for any particular reason.
Right, okay. It's the first time I've noticed the fish skeletons, actually. God, I'm observant.
Yeah. Fish skeletons and music notes. It's going to be cute. It's going to be another pin cushion to not put pins in.
Okay. Or to strategically place them.
Yeah.
Great. I continue on. Oh my god. Okay, this is amazing. Everybody has to be impressed by this, okay?
What are we?
So this is my folk blouse that I'm making for myself. So Margarida, this is thanks to you. Ta-ta!
It's amazing! You've been sending me photos. That's so amazing.
I know. I am so happy with this.
It looks so good.
So this is gonna be, this is the top of one sleeve. So imagine sleeve goodness. I bet not get any chunkier. And on the other side, sleeve goodness. So this is the first design that I came up with from that one of the books, and the thread was that one of those gift threads. And this was really nice actually, because on one of those days where I wasn't feeling super ill, but I was kind of like pathetic. Mm-hmm. And this is so symmetrical. You don't have to refer to anything. And I knew I can just count 2 lines, 2 threads, and I can start the next. It's just the easiest thing. Apart from, I can't remember which side it was, but I was trying to finish a row. I was really tired. I was like, I was trying to finish a row. I did it all wrong. And then I was looking at it going, I know this star is wonky and I have no idea how. Don't work when you're that tired.
No.
There is no need. But anyway, I'm so happy with this. And what I've decided I'm going to do next, because I'm just making it up as I go along. I'm going to have quite the band. I want to have quite a wide band. I was thinking that I once won a giveaway from Daybreak Stitchery. And I only entered the giveaway because I don't enter giveaways all the time. Like, it's only if I particularly want something. And it was a design based on the Lord of Sipan in Peru. Although they call it Sican now. But when I was at university, I lived in the city next to these archaeological ruins. So I remember it at the time when they were doing the dig. So it's kind of, my childhood, my adolescence. So I thought, that. And of course I haven't done it yet. And I thought, I can take some of those elements and add it to this as another band. So I'm going to do that. But I need to figure it out because I'm just taking bits of it. So anyway, I'm having great fun with this.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So that's that.
And so my last one that I've worked on in the last 10 days is Hands-On Designs. You had me at Flamingo, which is great. This is another pincushion. See, my idea was that I'd have all my pincushions finished this week. It didn't happen.
And how many have you got?
These are all my smalls that I've currently got going.
Okay.
So I did this is a smalls fortnight. So I finished this turquoise band along here. And the symbols in here.
And there's an alphabet as well, isn't there?
There's a bit of an alphabet at the top to go on, yeah. But it's just A through F.
Grand.
But we're not almost there. We're maybe a little bit, maybe 2/3 there.
I do like the little, the turquoise bit looks like lace. I like that.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's going to be one of those pincushions which I think are too big to be pincushions.
No, I think it should totally be a pincushion. I love that.
But it's cute. I mean, it will be a cushion.
But maybe it can be like a cushion where you rest your pinky.
Oh, yeah. My hand cushion.
Yeah, for when you're fatigued.
Oh, my hand is fatigued.
Okay, so my next one is the... What is this called? I always forget the name. Mary Hill Upside Down Numbers. So this is a pincushion. And I am doing it on that fabric that Victoria gave me. Because I'm a scrounger. And I did another line.
Nice, you have two.
So this, so I'm now down to 4 lines. I think I've got 3 left now. It takes a wee bit of time. It's not like the super quickest, fastest thing. But now I've got her name. So Mary Hill is my name, is what it says.
Lovely.
Mary Hill is my name. And I was kind of thinking, do I want to change it? I don't know. People talk about it all the time. But I think pincushions and stuff, I quite like the historical sort of thingy. I will put my initials right at the end, but in little, in backstitch. I am so delighted with this. It's the best fun. And it is so full of mistakes that I can just totally relax into it.
Nice.
Add more.
Add more, yeah.
I do, with gusto.
Lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. And I generally sit and do a whole line in one evening.
Yeah.
That's how this works. And then I'm really tempted to continue. I'm like, no, I'm gonna move on to the next thing. So, and that was and that's from a library book. So go to your library, have a look at the books. There are some treasures there. So we have a pretty good library here. So I'm always delighted to be able to get things from the library. You don't have anything else?
No,
do you?
I'm all done.
Okay.
That's my.
I think this is. I've got one more cross stitch. I believe. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh no, I'm not wrong. Oh my god, I am amazing. I did so well. Modesty comes with amazing. Did you know that?
Oh, this is amazing though. Oh, I'm so
love
jealous.
this project so much. Okay, so I'll show you the cover so that you can run out and buy it because it's fabulous. His eyes on the sparrow, which I believe is a biblical something, and I am not a biblical person.
And if you ever watched Sister Act 2, they
always lowering the tone. And you know what? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is not about Virginia Woolf.
Is it not?
No. It's about a middle-aged couple and their like difficulties as a middle-aged couple. Nothing to do with Virginia Woolf. It was a reference to Disney, Who's Afraid of Mr. Wolf, but they changed it to that for fun. Like the couple changed it to that as part of the play. So no. But now she's bringing, was it? Sister Act. Go on.
And Sister Act 2, so the sequel, not even the first one.
Not one, but two.
I think, is it Lauryn Hill sings that song? It's amazing. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
Or one of them. It's not Lauryn Hill.
So who do you come to for pop culture? Not me. I have watched them both, though.
They're good movies.
My children, so Sophia and Christina, were not brought up with television. So they only started watching television probably when they were 11, 12. But the first batch, all television, like from birth.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Sister Act 1 and 2 with them. It's all right. It's all right. But this is fabulous. So just so that you appreciate the goodness that this chart is, it's so good. And people have said, so the one that I'm trying to buy now, but everybody else has bought it, so it's out of stock everywhere, is Consider the Lilies, which is the sister pattern to this. It's much brighter. It's full of, it looks like the piece I'm doing. But this is more muted. But the thing is, like, people can do what they want. It doesn't have to remain muted. But I do think it's so beautiful. And I've realised this is my favourite sort of cross-stitch pattern.
The really busy
motifs, really busy ones.
Yeah.
And in fact, Nithya, is it Nithya? No, it was Olivia B. Olivia B has a Flosstube. I think it might just be called Olivia B. She's doing, I'm just going to tell you, like, you know that thing that's like the thing, because I don't know the names. But she did a massive piece that it was sails. It was sails, and it was something to do with like Indonesian cloth, how it was woven, and someone did a pattern. But anyway, Nithya is doing a design that's similar to that, but it's actually designed by an Indonesian designer. So Nithya did a whole thing in Daybreak Stitcher about, let's honor the people that design their own culture. And then she was being totally PC and going, and then maybe buy the pattern from a non person from that culture that's already done that. Anyway, they're both gorgeous, but the one that Olivia B did is just so great. Loads of little designs. If I remember the name, I'll put it in the comment box. Anyway, enough already, Catherine, talking nonsense. Anyway, I was saying I was amazing. And I have got, and I've kind of done the bottom line, so I'll go like this. Weird dear. We're chopping the stars, and that's no good, is it?
No, you're shortchanging them.
Yeah, okay, let's try again. Okay, so we have weird bird and flower and weird deer and bird and vase. Of course, you always have a massive vase by your house. And on this side.
Look how gorgeous that is.
Chan, chan, chan.
Oh.
Love it. I love this so much.
It's so pretty.
I love it so much. I'm like, you cannot pick it up now, Catherine. You have to work on other things.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love it because the design's amazing, but I also love it because of my colour choices.
Colour choice. It looks
bloody brilliant.
Honestly, your colour choices make it pop.
It does make it pop. And won't I be contrary now and do like muted for Consider the Lilies?
Are you going to fill the house in? I noticed on the pattern the house is a colour.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I like it as it is.
I do too.
So I don't know. Who knows? But anyway. Oh my goodness, I have forgotten one of my patterns, and I had the funniest thing to share with you about it. I'll tell it
Was
anyway.
this your friends and family?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something to make you proud of me, Victoria. Anyway, adore my embroidery, which is so great.
It's so beautiful.
Yes. And also, I was watching Flosstube in Spanish, and apparently there's been controversies because people have had to go at people's backs because they're not tidy.
What? Don't go at people's backs. A tidy back is amazing, but I have never achieved one.
Oh, I'm not interested in a tidy back. Ha ha! I love this. Brilliant. I don't do knots though.
No, I don't.
Which is really
either.
funny because I'm quite anti-rules. I'm such a rule follower in life. It's hilarious. Martin was like, yeah, it's funny how you're like such a rule follower in life. And then in your creativity, you're like, meh, rules. So anyway. Anyway, there's my bag. It is interchangeable with the front, isn't it?
It's pretty. Look, that's a tiny bag.
Never my intention. It made me think a little bit about the quilts of G's Bend. One of the amazing quilters from G's Bend, the quilt, you know G's Bend. She was not accepted into the cooperative because her work wasn't good enough. Like, meh. And then she turned out to be an amazing quilter because people recognize, well, yay, people that have terrible backs. Go you. Anyway, people just need to be happy with what they produce. The bottom rule should be like your hobby, your crafting should not add stress to your life.
Exactly.
Right? That has to be like a minimum good bottom.
Yeah. It's all about relaxation and time out. And...
Yeah. So it's different things for different people. Like for me, please don't try and impose rules on me. It's annoying. And for you, you like pattern of rules.
Yes, I find it very relaxing to do the counting.
You can just ease into those, right? Yeah. So just let people be whoever they want to be. So funny anecdote about friends and family. I forgot to bring it, which I'm gutted about because I finished another page.
Oh, so for those who can't immediately bring it to mind, it's the orange and peachy one you've been working on.
Yeah, don't say peach though. That upsets my sensibilities.
Orange and pale orange.
Yeah, orange and paler orange. So I'm doing that, and I've just got 2 pages to go now.
Ooh.
So I finished another page, and the funny thing was I finished my new motif. And by the way, the edge is not straight. Amuses me no end. But I remember how you had spotted that my bird motif, I had missed something.
Yeah, the wee thing in the middle, yep.
Yeah, so I'd missed the wee thing in the middle. So I was like, finish the page. And I was like, oh, the wee thing in the middle. So I thought, okay, Catherine, just get out of bed, find the fecking pattern and finish it. So then I got out of bed, looked for the pattern, found the folder, brought it back to bed, looked through the pattern folder twice. I couldn't find it. And I thought, that's fine. I'll just make it up based on the photo. So I was just making it up based on the photo. I was like, oh yeah, that looks like this. And then of course it was wonky. The birds were like, eh. So it's not central. So anyway, I was having the best time thinking, oh, and then Victoria's going to look at this and she's going to get palpitations. Anyway, I thought it was very amusing. When I finished making it up, I'm folding it to put away in the cloth. It was there. The pattern was there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm great. Attention to detail. Come to me for attention to detail. But anyway, I did, I finished another page and I'm thinking, oh, can I finish the whole thing in 2 weeks?
Oh, I reckon you can finish it, but if you reduce the number of patterns that you work on.
Nah, that's not going to happen. I like change. I like variety. But anyway, I was laughing at myself.
No.
First I was laughing, it's like Victoria's going to have a conniption with this. And then when I found the pattern, I was like, Catherine, you're such an idiot. It was all part of being tired. Yeah. And of course, I put all my things by my side on the bed, and it's like a little country market next to me. And then I get pressured because then I hear Martin having a shower, and then I know he's going to come back and he's going to be like, can you just move all the stuff from bed? I'm trying to finish a page. Anyway, so I think that's all my cross stitch.
What about plans for next week? Do you have anything specific you want to achieve?
Oh, it's going to be funny, and that's not really funny at the moment. It would be great to finish Friends and Family.
It would be amazing.
I'm gonna do a section of everything that I have. The other thing I really want to do, I need your help with this because I am scared of it, is my etui. Those angled pieces where I'm supposed to like do the gold thread. I'm so aware that it frightens me.
Bring it over and we'll sort it.
Yeah, all I need to do is just sit down and do it. And oh my God, I find every excuse. It's like an essay at university. I'm like, oh no, I need to, I don't know, clean the toilet. I mean, when do I ever clean the toilet?
The freezer definitely needs defrosting. I remember those.
Yeah, so I'm really aware that I'm stressed by the gold.
No, bring it over. We'll sort it out.
Yeah. So those things. What about you?
I don't know. I'll have a look at the stitches that I've got going and pull out a few more from the...
Because you do a rotation.
Because I rotate, yeah. So I don't know how many I've got, probably about 11 whips on the go at the moment. And I do maybe 3 or 4 in a fortnight. So I'll have to finish section 1 or section 2 of Narnia. Mm-hmm. I think I want to bring out my 1817 sampler that I started last fortnight with the very bright colours. Autumn Quaker I haven't had out for a while.
And also because you finished one, you fully finished something, will you bring in a new thing, do you think?
So in the last video I had purchased some designs from Stitchy Princess, and I today may have purchased some fabric from Country Stitch.
Oh, I did not bring all my stuff. I bought a Ukrainian pattern in the end, and I forgot to bring it.
Oh, well, we can show it next week.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So
yes,
yes,
I want to start that.
I will do a new start, but I think it will just be a small because Catherine and I are about to do a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, which has an awful lot of things on it, and I'd quite like to start some of those.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to order everything that I have on it because I just realised that it's just that overexcitement. I'm going to order definitely a book from there.
Yes, I've got a book on there too.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to talk to you about to make sure we weren't doubling up.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, so can I show my other craft?
Other stuff.
Okay, so so in my ridiculousness about doing knit-alongs, so I wanted to wear this vest today. You can't really see very well, but it's got like the usual cable pattern at the front, and anyway, the reason I'm wearing it is because it's autumn now, but this was made with recycled yarn. So I bought a second-hand jumper from a charity shop, unraveled it, washed it and stuff, and I made this. Anyway, I watch a podcaster called My So-Called Handmade Life, and she's great, and she's started a knit-along, which is recycle, reknit, remake. So if you've knitted something in the past and you've never worn it because you were unhappy for whatever reason, or if you've gone to a charity shop or a second-hand shop and you've bought a cardigan or a jumper to recycle, this is the knit-along for it. So I've already made, with this yarn, I've already made this vest, and I've made fingerless gloves for Martin. But TMI, my slippers were too smelly. So even though they were not Holly, they were commercial, they were probably synthetic. And I'd bought them, but I always used to make slippers. When I was a stay-at-home mum for over a decade, I used to always make slippers for the entire family. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make these because they're just so easy to throw in to be washed. And it's not a pattern thing. You just do a garter stitch. Cast on, garter stitch, and then you change to stocking stitch. And I'm actually shaping it like socks. It's going in a little bit. So I've done this one. It's actually going in. You can see that. It's shaped. And you make them a little bit snug because the garter stitch will give a lot over time. And every time I knit these, I do a little something different. So normally, you just join them and knit, but I actually overlapped them. I overlapped them by 5 stitches so that they're super snug at the front.
Nice.
I don't think I can put my foot in it, but this will be my foot.
So you'll stitch the join down the back, is that correct?
Yeah.
It's like a wee booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a boot.
See, now that
gorgeous.
looks like that. Yeah, so I'm really happy with this because I do like to use what I have. So, yes. And I don't know who I am joining Carole's and stitch-alongs.
But look, you've almost finished this stitch-along.
Yeah, I know. I know. And I've only posted 3 times. And I really do need slippers. So, yeah, I probably will finish them tonight. I might do a Kitchener stitch to make it neat, or I might do a 3-needle bind off on the inside.
Do you put anything on the sole?
I don't. I never have. I know you can buy that foamy stuff, but I'd like to keep things natural, so
I was thinking, you know, maybe reclaim some leather patches from jeans or something to put on the end.
No, and they last a long time. Like, we've never had like super holey after. You know, it easily could last 2 years.
Oh yeah,
And we've normally our houses are normally half carpeted, half wooden floors. The little house is all wooden floors, so maybe that's harder now. I don't know. I'll see. But you know, and you can also patch things if they start to go. But anyway, I'm super happy with this.
I was thinking more for the slip reason. I slip over on everything.
No, I don't know. That's never been a problem. And that lives in my, I love this bag. I think this was quite an expensive bag, but I bought it from my neighbour. She did a garage sale without garage. And she sold it to me for $1. So, and then I put a button in because I needed, but also I've darned it a couple of times. Like I've mended it a couple of times. I love stuff. I'm like the cheapest person. I feel like I'm winning at the game. So anyway, love my bag. So that's one thing.
Beautiful.
And then the other thing that I've been working hard at has been my Crumb quilt. So my Crumb quilt is when I'm putting together lots of little pieces. Normally when people do Crumb quilts, they do it by machine. But that would be too sensible. This is not the best angle for me. Anyway, so I think I've got 18 now. So I'm super happy with these. I'm not going to show them all, but you get an idea of how they're looking.
And you were talking about reverse appliquing them. Is that still
Yes, yeah, that's still going to be the case. And I need to get to 30 of these, I think. And then I have to decide what color fabric I'm going to reverse applique them onto. Speaking of, I'm going to Stitch Kitchen, not this week, but next weekend. They're having a sale. So Stitch Kitchen is a second-hand, non-profit sort of charity haberdashery shop in Dunedin. And they're having a sale. So if you're in the Dunedin areas or Otago, sort of nearby-ish, in fact, anywhere in New Zealand, because they're doing, so you have to make a booking. You have to pay $5 for your booking because they're a charity and they're trying to make money for like their various projects that they do. But they're also doing Zoom sessions, so you can book a Zoom session. And you can say to them, I'm looking for red fabrics, and they'll show you on camera what they have and stuff like that, which is fabulous.
Cool. Yeah.
And really good as well if you have a chronic illness or you're disabled and you can't get in, or you have children and your flexibility is not there, or if you just don't want to leave your house.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited, and I had to have a word with myself because it came up on my Instagram because I follow them on Instagram because I like the work they do. And I was like, oh, do I go? But then that'll mean like leaving my house. Lazy. And I was like, Catherine, you've been trying to find orange and red secondhand shirts forever. They just don't get to their op shops. I mean, like, men don't wear orange and red so much, it seems. They all wear like white with blue.
It's blues, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got lots of secondhand blues fabrics. But I have this idea that I want to make this red and white quilt. So I thought, okay, you need red and white fabric, so I'd rather buy it second hand, which is what they sell. God, that's long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're in Otago or New Zealand and you want to buy second hand fabric, I know that they're doing, like, you can buy a bag of scraps for $5. They also have by the meter from $5, I think, and they'll also be doing like buy one get one free zips or patterns as well. So really great if you want to stock up in your craft pantry. So yeah, so I'm looking for just more unusual, more saturated colors, but definitely red and orange. So yeah, so that's next weekend. Next weekend, I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this Stitch Kitchen thing. So that's that. I've been working a lot on that.
Gorgeous.
And lastly, I made a load of progress on my antique 19th century French shirt. So I think last time, I'd already shown you the colour, and last time I showed you the places in England where I'd lived. No, I think I hadn't finished the places in England where I'd lived. I think I still needed to do Leeds.
Yes.
Maybe even Sheffield. But, you know, we had the 5 cities in Peru, then we had the 4 places in England. But I've done New Zealand now, so I am very happy with this. So New Zealand, we have Dunedin, then we have Port Chalmers, and on this side we have Waikouaiti.
Nice.
I'm really happy with this. I'm so happy. It's so cool. You know, Martin's not poetic at all. I do these things and I'm like, do you love it? And he's like, yeah, it's great.
It's fabulous and gorgeous, and I love the lines down the front.
Yeah.
It's such a sort of regimental uniform sort of
Okay, I'm going to tell Martin that at 53 minutes he has to watch it so that he knows how he should be reacting.
It's gorgeous. And I love how the New Zealand one on the sleeve is like a letter or an address. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, you. Well done. So that's all the writing that's going to happen, I think, so far. But what I want to do next is along the border, sort of the hem of the thing, I was toying. It was either going to be little houses, like very simple, like the ones I'd shown you a few episodes ago where I'd embroidered a house shape in red. So that sort of very simple shape, or flowers. And then I was thinking just pretty flowers, or a flower that was very significant in my upbringing was bougainvillea, which I saw growing.
Did you not take a
in
cutting?
Dunedin? I saw growing in Dunedin. I don't know where it was. It was like, holy moly, how do you even grow here? Anyway, I was very excited about it. But it's a hard flower to embroider, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And there was a book that I want to show you, sort of talking about embroidery. But anyway, that's going to be the hem. And there is a big stain on the back, which is, you know, part of the reason that I like these things is because they have a history. So I'll do something there.
I reckon it's an iron stain, don't you? It's a little bit burnt.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. I love it even better now.
Yeah, that's right. What were they doing ironing? So speaking of like imperfections and stuff, Martin. So I don't want you to worry that I'm stuck in an unfair household by the anecdote that I'm going to tell you. My home is not terribly even in that Martin does the lion's share of all the boring stuff. He cleans the house. He does all the washing. He mostly washes up. I cook more than he does, but anyway, he does a lot. So I said to him, I'm such a generous wife. So he said, like, oh, can you give me some of your thread because I need to darn some of my shorts. So one of the things in my house is that my kitchen, we had the kitchen made for us. So it was built by my joiner. And the kitchen drawer and cupboard handles are antique cutlery, like with the bone handles.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. There are some drawers where your clothes catch, which to me seems like a perfectly reasonable price to pay to have a beautiful kitchen, but it's a little bit annoying for people. So anyway, Martin's now had one pair of like knee-length shorts and 2 pairs of trousers that had holes. So he wanted to borrow some thread. So I was like, darling, you do so much, I will do your darning. And so I kind of said to him, do you mind hexies? I don't think he understood what I meant to do. He was like, no, sure, go ahead. Anyway, I sewed hexies onto his trousers and his shorts. When he got home, he was like, what?
Like hexies as in your leftover hexagons from your quilt.
Yeah. And I was really kind because I did not put shocking pink. I was like, I did blue. I think there was a green one. Anyway, I thought it was adorable.
Does he now want new pants?
He still had one pair of trousers that he does wear for work, and he said, "Yeah, can you do the other trousers?" But I was like, "I won't do hexies. It's okay. I'll do a visible mend." So I did that without hexies, but I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, he's very patient. So don't worry, I have a lot of leisure time. Anyway, I've forgotten my train of thought now because it's my life's hilarious. Anyway. Okay, yes, so I wanted to talk about embroidery book. So, shout out to libraries everywhere, as I do. So because I work for the university, and the university has a library, I get interloans for free. Yay! So in the public library, I think you have to pay $5 to get an interloan from another New Zealand library. I get these for free. So anyway, I wanted to look at Maggie Bonomi's books because she does wool on wool applique. Everybody raves about her. So I was like, oh, I'll have a look. I'm not going to follow a pattern because you know me. But yeah, there were a couple of cute things. I just wanted to be inspired by her work. I think her work has she has a lovely touch. She's a very imaginative person. So, for example, look at that acorn with a leaf. And this was the only Maggie Bononomy book in a New Zealand library. I mean, this is the thing. This is an American designer, so you know, New Zealand's a long way from America. So.
Oh, I like the watermelon. Is that a watermelon?
Yeah, watermelon with seeds, because now they've made seedless watermelon, which is just
That doesn't
wrong.
seem right.
I know. And see that nice little strawberry with mother of pearl buttons. But really, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do like a rug type thing. But anyway, that has been, I think this is the thing that I keep seeing people working on. I think it's because it's a big project and people take a while, so it keeps appearing in Flosstubes and embroidery podcasts.
Pretty.
Yeah, she does really, really lovely work. And she's got a couple of tutorials online about, you know, her little tricks and stuff. So I'm going to be dyeing some of my own wool because I've got lots of blanket offcuts. So I have no plans to buy. Gosh, it's expensive to buy packs of ready dyed yarn, wool.
It's felt, isn't it? Which I know is wool, but what she's using here.
Well, it's not felt as you're thinking of felt. This is more like blankets that have been cut up.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Or like commercially knitted jumpers that have been fulled a little bit so they won't unravel. So anyway, really lovely thing. So go to your library. You don't have to buy all your books. You know, it's great to support designers and creators, but also they do get financial support from libraries. Like libraries have to pay. Like, so there is income that goes to authors that have their books in libraries, and that helps them become more well known as well. So yay. And then I also wanted to talk to you about, because I'm in between like two houses at the moment, I do have one of her books. So this designer is called Yumiko Iguchi. They're Japanese, and she does beautiful things. So I've got one which is embroidery through the seasons, or like embroidery through the year. I haven't done a single thing from it, but I look at it and it's inspiring. But of course, where is it? Is it in this house or that house? I haven't found it. But I wanted to show you a couple of things that I was considering having at the hem of my dress thing. I thought about you when I saw this one.
Look, I want
flamingos. Yeah, we've got flamingos. She has quite a few designs out. Okay, so this one I love.
Oh, that is pretty.
That is pretty. And it's not dandelions.
dandelions,
No, it's just an invented. I think it's invented. Yeah, butterflies and flowers. So it's like an invented flower.
Very pretty.
It's very pretty. So that's one possibility. But this, oh my god, isn't that gorgeous? It's almost like wallpaper.
That is gorgeous, gorgeous.
So there were a couple more things that I like. Oh, feathers. What's not to love about feathers? So anyway, again, the book's quite comprehensive. So this is from the Dunedin Public Library. We went to Waikouaiti, so it's like a chain of 5 or 6 libraries, but they all have a different flavour. So there's a lot of craft in Waikouaiti, and it was just really lovely to find one of her books. But she gives you all the inspo at the front, but then she does give you instructions on how to do everything, and there are quite a few purses here. So she really talks you through how you actually, like, step by step of how you fit the purse to, you know, the armature that you get for purses, like those little antique coin purses. So definitely recommend. I have got one of her books already. I did think it was worth investing. And again, I never feel bad if I buy one of these books and I don't make anything directly from it, because it feeds my creativity, like even just looking at the pictures. So this is a goodie. And one last book that I wanted to talk to you about. I just jumped ahead, didn't I? Sorry.
That's all good.
I bought this book, and it takes about 6 weeks for things to arrive in New Zealand, and then I forgot about it. It happens all the time. I buy books and I forget about them. I was like, oh,
Great,
look.
little presents.
Yes. I am waiting for a parcel from Nicola from number 12 Stitch Co. Hasn't arrived yet, but it will, and it'll be a lovely surprise.
Funny, sometimes it takes longer to get things from Australia than it does from the UK or the States.
It is what it is. So anyway, this is called This Long Thread. So Jen Hewitt is an American designer, and after the big to-do that there was about lack of inclusivity in the knitting community and how people didn't feel that there was room at the table for them, and how it's not comfortable if you're a person of color to go into a yarn shop or into a stitch shop and stuff like that. Jen thought, well, it is true, our stories aren't told. Like, I don't think anybody would be shocked by saying it is a very white space, the making community. So when this book came out, I was like, oh, I'll buy it. And then I was like, oh, I can't afford toffee, so I waited a little bit. But then I finally got around to buying it, and it's so cute. Well, it's cute for various reasons, but one of the things that I really like is, I haven't come across, no, this is true. So it's a book of stories of women of color or non-binary people of color. So no men, women and non-binary. And I mean, women are always interesting, right? We're great. So the stories are always really interesting, but because these are stories of black women or women of like first generation Americans, or I don't know the exact terminologies, but the parents would have come, it's women of Canada and the US, mostly the US. So parents would have come, and then the children were born or arrived very young in the US and Canada. But I didn't think I was gonna, I mean, the stories are just interesting because people are interesting, and I'm always very interested in people. But for example, I'm trying to find one of the stories that I thought, oh, this one. Un mantelito blanco. And I was like, it was so cute to come across something in Spanish. So this person, Adrienne Rodriguez, her and her wife own a very important yarn shop in the US. And of course, I'm not going to be able to come up with a name, but they do their own dyeing. A verb for keeping warm, I think it's called. Natural hand dyers. So not chemical dyes, but natural dyes. And they have their own yarn. So this was her little, she only wrote a very short essay about having crochet in her house that her grandma used to make. So far, I've got as far as here. So I kind of, I'm up to page 100. So if you're a person that's interested in women's stories, which I think everybody in like the making world is interested, because there are stories, like we're interested in people that make, I definitely would recommend. Like some of the statistics are interesting, but also some of the stories are really interesting. And then, of course, as I do, I was able to find people on Instagram afterwards, which always enriches my feed. So get it from your library or buy it if you're interested. So that's that. And I do have some craft pantry stuff. Do you have anything?
No. And I just had everybody's
that's
scissors.
Right. That's right. Okay, so we went to Stitch Witches to buy things for other people. That was a fat fail.
Yeah,
wasn't
we
it?
did that for about 10 minutes.
If that. We ended up shopping for ourselves.
We did.
So I bought Ooh La La, just American designers. Blackbird Designs, who everybody knows and loves. And I bought this specifically because I loved this pincushion. All wonky, and the bottom bit reminded me of patchwork. So I was like, I've got to buy it. And of course, I had not planned to spend this money. I'm such an idiot. But I knew it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun.
So let me just find. Okay, so this is the new version. Very beautiful. But of course, the antique version is even more adorable. Look at that. Love it so much. It's almost like it's made from hessian rather than
it is,
linen.
isn't it? Yeah. It looks like quite a coarse fabric.
Yeah, I love it so much. I've already got my working copy. I was trying to get it started this week. I just didn't have time. And also I really love the back, how they've done the back, because that has is like it's like a like the grain sacks of Europe that you buy from France or stuff like that, because it's got the lines, like a selvagey type red line thing. So very beautiful. Anyway, of course, all the projects are beautiful. I probably will make, I don't know, at least 70% of what's in here.
Yeah, I reckon.
So I did feel like it was worth it. And I am more of a book person than a single pattern person. So...
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. C'est magnifique. Actually, I hope my sister doesn't listen, because she actually speaks French. So she'd be like, Catherine, what are you doing? And I also got Stacey Nash. I love Stacey Nash. I think this is the first one that I've bought. But if you see my wish list, it's got like 35 Stacey Nash projects. I love this one so much. It's one of those oversized pin cushions, and it's called Rose Cottage Sampler Pin Keep. It's very pretty. I've already got my working copy.
Oh, I love the bottom bit there, the band with the animals in it. I think that's so cute.
Yes. I mean, it's just so lovely. Can I just quit my job and do this? I'd be very good at it. I saw my boss for the first time today, because he's come back from Australia. It was like I'd picked up a guidebook of how not to speak in front of my boss. I did everything against the book. I was talking about sexy actors. Just a train wreck. Anyway, super beautiful. This will not be my last Stacey Nash. I love her work. It's very beautiful. So I hope to continue making them and buying them. I think she's lovely. And these two I bought from Stitch Witches, so they did have them in stock. Actually, their stock of patterns is getting really good now. Yeah. I must avoid going in. That's my goal.
No, they had some great stuff.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to buying shopping plans. I'm really looking forward to buying Shakespeare's Peddler, who's... But you know, if I say Shakespeare's Peddler, you know who it is. I've forgotten the other two names they go by. They brought that book out about red samplers, Red Letter Day. That is on my list. That is not coming off the list when we do the 1, 2, 3 stitch.
That's come through.
Yeah, that's definitely coming in because it's a book. But I think most things are going to come off my list, because I do want to work from my books that I already have. Yeah, I know. What a grown up, eh?
I know. It's like more stuff just going on my list.
Yes. But you've just had a birthday, which means that you're in
I've
a different...
got birthday money.
Yeah. And I have 2 children at university. Although I have a birthday coming up, so I'm excited about that.
Excellent.
Yes. I did want to give a shout. Can I do a shout out?
Of course you may.
Okay, so if you're interested in doing something for charity, there is Instagram account called Tea Party for ME. So for people that the account is run by someone who has ME, and she organizes something called Blue Sunday, which is like a tea party celebration to fundraise for ME research. And go to that account. If you want to do a tea party, you can buy a pack. It's happening in May. I'm thinking about what I could do. I'm not going to buy a pack and have it sent to New Zealand. That would be ridiculous. We're so far away. But I do want to do something, because I think chronic illnesses and ME are kind of forgotten in the world of illnesses. I think Western medicine doesn't do well with chronic. It does very well with like acute illnesses. Like if you break a leg, great. If you have a heart attack. But if you have a debilitating long-term condition, they're not as good. I think they're a bit forgotten. Although with COVID and long COVID, there is a sort of expectation that there's going to be more money thrown that way, because people are turning up with long COVID, which is very similar to ME. I mean, ME comes from, it's a post-viral thing. So, you know, COVID's a virus, so very similar. So if you're interested, you know, you could do a party, do a stitch and cup of tea. It is in Britain, but I know people from other places fundraise, and you can fundraise for what she has put on their website, but you can fundraise for other things as well, which is everything to do with ME, but it doesn't have to be those 10 charities. It can be other charities that you're aware of that do ME research. So
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm quite hoarse. I've talked a lot. I think that's it.
That's it. Have a great fortnight.
Okay. Sorry, I've thought of something else.
Or not.
Shall we start doing this weekly? Too much to talk about. We're not. The reason I got on so much with my stitching is because I discovered a new series on Netflix.
Oh, what are you watching?
Called 10%. I finished it. All 4 series. All 4 seasons.
Well, it's alright. Bridgerton, new one's coming at the end of this month.
Great. I've got a few things that I'm waiting for sometime this month. I mean, Grace and Frankie, please, come on. Which is great value because I watch it in English and in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
I know. So this series is called 10%. And it's about the actors' agents, like an agency drama. And in every episode, they have like one famous actor or actress. So Sigourney Weaver was in one, Charlotte Gainsbourg was in another, a host of French actors I don't recognize, but my sister would. And it was just fun. It was in French, but I watched it in Spanish. Yeah, maybe I watched one in English. I don't know. I watched a mixture, but just fun. So, slightly different humor, and a window into a world that I know nothing about as well. So it was quite interesting. So if you want to do some stitching and watch a kind of wordy series that you can sort of look up every so often and you can still follow it.
Yeah,
it is 10%.
So it's not subtitled.
Oh, there's on Netflix. I don't think it is. You can watch it in English.
Yes, that was, yeah.
Because
you said you're watching French.
Although it's really interesting because my sister won't watch things dubbed. So because my sister's a polyglot, so if it's in French, she wants to watch it in French. She wouldn't watch it in English.
Must admit, that's my preference as well with the subtitles. But obviously you can't subtitle, or I can't subtitle and stitch.
I know. I love world cinema. That's like my preference is art house cinema, which tends to be world cinema. Oh, and did you hear that? What's her name? Won a BAFTA?
Oh, Jane Campion.
Jane Campion.
Yeah, is it Power of the Dog?
Of the piano fame. We love her. I'm not sure about the Power of the Dog.
It's on Netflix. I started it. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, see, my friend Max in the office, we talked about it when it first came out, and they said, I don't want to watch sad gay. I've had enough of sad gay. We want to watch happy gay. Like, gay people get to be happy too. Why can't they have films about that? So I was like, you're right. Let's not watch sad gay. Let's just watch happy gay. But now she's won a BAFTA. I'm like, I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to watch it in stages because I don't like sad. I don't like sad. I don't like tense.
Yeah.
So why did you stop?
Because it was a bit boring. But I only was sort of 10, 15 minutes in. And I was probably doing other stuff at the same time.
But see, I like slow, arty films, so I probably wouldn't find it boring. I just don't want it to be upsetting. Yeah, that's more my thing. But yeah, I will try it. Although I did say to Martin, shall we watch it now? And he was like, no.
Come down here. If you do want to watch it in one go, come down here and we'll watch it.
Yeah, maybe. It's not as comfy as my bed,
No, I know. Yeah. There's the downside.
We haven't done anything together for your birthday. I've known you forever and we've never done anything for your birthday, so, do we have to start?
No. No.
Someone asked me and I was like, no, I didn't do anything for her birthday. I never have. And it was Martin. He was like, oh, did you give her a card? I was like, no.
We don't do birthday things.
No, we don't, do we?
No.
So it's not like I'm a cow.
I very rarely tell people it's my birthday. Work people have no idea.
Yeah, even when we were together.
No.
You used to take the day off.
Did you
That's
take the day off?
right.
It was great.
Yeah. That's right. And so we would find out after.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell everybody when it's my birthday. Because
do you want a card?
No. I'm going to tell everybody because in the safety that you don't live near me. I am very safe. I am the obnoxious cow that doesn't celebrate.
Excellent.
So anyway, now I'm definitely hoarse and I still have to do the Spanish one. So have a lovely week.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us. Fortnight.
Happy stitching.
Happy stitching. Do good stuff. Look after yourself and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Ka kite.